Fashion. One of the most elusive and adaptive art forms. Although it encapsulates a number of articles and accessories, the term is used to define more than just items of clothing. The world of fashion has remained relevant to popular culture for decades, as artists and curators have continued to create new trends and push the boundaries of design and innovation. Although we have major players such as Alexander McQueen, Rick Owens, Ralph Lauren, and Coco Chanel to thank for creating major fashion houses, the word fashion is no longer just used to define expensive apparel. Nowadays, musicians, TV shows, creators, and even kids have contributed to society by bringing back old trends or starting new ones altogether. But before we get more into that, let's examine how fashion has been used as an outlet for change and expression over the years.
Fashion throughout history has been and still is constantly changing. Not only the trends fluctuate, but fashion progresses in a manner that relates to societal norms. For example, the 1920s saw a newfound respect for women, and hence the flappers found their place in society. Flappers were more independent women who wore more risque clothing, something that was unheard of until post-World War I. Fashion has always been a symbol for the times. In the 1970s, tie-dye and bell-bottom pants symbolized the hippie movements of the decade. And that's just two examples.
To get more info on how clothing and style is relevant today, we asked several high school students how they felt fashion had an impact in society.
I think in a way it is, yeah, because the whole, known thing is expressing yourself through it, and there's so many different combinations that people use and different styles that people use to, convey what they think of art.
I do view fashion as a form of art. I think people can express themselves however they want to through fashion.
Fashion is it's self-expressive just like any other art form, so yeah, it's art to me.
I take inspiration. Look at the Travis Scott, A$AP Rocky, the fashion icons of today.
I get inspired by pretty much anything. Early on, it was from watching Naruto and crap, to be honest, because low-key, their outfits are dope, and I'm I kind of want to start looking like that. So I did it in the most modern and what's the word I'm looking for? Practical way I could.
Yeah, I feel but it's different every day, kind of. It's kind of how I feel, but a lot of other people have inspired me to dress how I dress. It's how everyone is, basically.
I think it could be both ways. People view fashion differently from others. Some people could just be showing off their wealth, while some are just expressing how they feel and view the world.
It honestly depends on who you are, because people have money but can't dress, and a lot of people that don't have money still find ways to become fashionable and well dressed, but I don't know.
You could wear clothing just to appear as wealthy. I try to avoid that because it's pretty, it doesn't come off right at all if that's all you're going for. But yeah, it's like I was saying earlier, you could be wearing clothes purely because they're designer, purely because they're expensive. You could be putting an outfit together based on how much it costs and not how it looks or how creative it is, Yeah. So it goes either way.
Oh my gosh, it's totally both. It's so both. Because they're really, really well-known brands, I'm not gonna say them, but really well-known brands that are high up there and very expensive, but they're pretty ugly, and it's kind of just for the whole image of, yeah, look at me, I have money, this is how much I can spend on clothing. But I think a lot of people definitely do dress how they want, and
if you care about clothes as much as I do, or as much as a lot of other people do, then yeah, I would say it's part of you, because I don't know, I'm kind of passionate about things that I wear, or what I make, so I'd say so.
If you're one of those guys that's just wearing hype brands or just wearing designer clothes, I guess that does say something about you, but it is less you put this fit together, you came up with it. It shows you less creative, if anything, you know?
Well, like, for example, me not wearing shoes is like a huge character for me, because that's like part of who I am, even though it's really simple and stupid and it's just like an article of clothing in a way. But it still adds to my personality because that's who people see me as, and it's just kind of wacky.
Fashion carries more weight in people's lives and in society than many people realize. This art form not only gives people a way to express themselves creatively, it also has the ability to define whole time periods or populations. And whether you spend 5 minutes or 5 hours choosing what you wear, fashion plays an important role in showing others who you are and what you represent. Nowadays, everyone has the ability to inspire others, contribute to the culture, differentiate themselves, and make a statement with their style. So now we ask, how will you use your fashion to change the world?